Section 44 of the Elections Act provides that the use of technology in an election should be an integrated electoral system that enables biometric voter registration, electronic voter identification, and electronic transmission of results. Section 39 of the Elections Act provides for the determination of the declaration of presidential results. And in this regard, it provides at 1C, for the purposes of a presidential election, the Commission shall A, electronically transmit and physically deliver the tabulated results of an election for the president from a polling station in the constituency tallying center and to the national tallying center. Regulation 14 of the Elections Technology Regulations 2017 provides as follows. Information security. The Commission shall put in place mechanisms to ensure data availability, accuracy, integrity, confidentiality, as set out in the first schedule. The court is aware of Raila Odinga and another versus IEBC 2017, where at paragraph 231, it provided and underscored the objective in the above laws. I will not belabor that. The technology envisaged by Section 44 of the Elections Act was intended to ensure an integrated and secure tallying and data transmission system which would allow computerized data entry tallying at constituencies, secure simultaneous transmission of individual polling stations, station level data to the national tallying center, and the integration of the results handling system in a progressive election result announcement system. Two words that bear emphasis there is simultaneous and progressive election result system. Our submission in this regard is that the technology deployed by the IEBC for the conduct of the 2022 general elections completely failed the standards of a secure, transparent electronic voting system, and thereby yielded what has aptly been described by my colleagues as an unverifiable, inaccurate, and therefore invalid results. Our further submission in this regard is that the technology was so inherently corrupted, manipulated, and tainted that the results declared by Mr. Chebukati, the third respondent, cannot be in an objective case said to be representative of the true will of the Kenyan people, as we and as I will demonstrate in my further submissions. On the evidence, the components, principles that ought to have been met in order to meet the constitutional standard of a secure and transparent system are as follows. Confidentiality is the first one I propose to deal with. This requires that the information within the process, and I'm not talking about the public portal, talking about the back end, should have been accessed by only those legitimately authorized. And those authorized, in order for them to be accountable, are persons whom the entire commission, in its, as defined by my colleague Paul Mwangi, the entire commission ought to have been fully aware of, gazetted where necessary, and it would certainly help if they were also Kenyan nationals. Integrity is the information used should be accurate, complete, protected by various and protected from malicious modification, which includes alteration or obstruction, either by authorized or unauthorized persons. Availability. The information required must be available as and when required by those authorized to use or access it in compliance with the constitutional requirements and the Elections Act. Non-repudiation. An audit trail must be maintained on activities related to the information. An audit trail in this regard is, should the court so require, should a party so require, it must be readily available in the appropriate manner. Authenticity. The information itself must be proved to be genuine, and the source must also be proved to be genuine. I submit on behalf of the petitioners that on the security aspect, there was lack of security. The first instance of that demonstrates this is the operation and use of the IEBC and availability to, I repeat that again. The first is operation and use of IEBC election materials and equipment to identified unauthorized persons. And I'm referring in this regard to the now infamous Venezuelan nationals